Today we're going to take a look at RingTonic. This is a call tracking and analytics platform. It allows you to track all of your calls. So as you see the dashboard here, it shows your total calls, answered calls, missed calls, average duration, and then it allows you to see the source of each call. So you can get some attribution and see which marketing channels are working and which are not working. It allows you to track every call, transcribe it, and analyze it. Now, this says you can set it up in 2 steps. Set up your workspace and Twilio API key, and then launch unlimited campaign. Now, each different feature is going to take a couple different platforms to accomplish. So let's take a look at how that will work. Once you log in, you're going to have to set up your workspace. This is going to be for yourself or for a client, each workspace. You enter your company name, currency, language, time zone, logo, and then you get down to the Twilio credentials. This one's pretty straightforward. You just go over to your Twilio console and then copy your account SID and auth token and then enter it here and then click update workspace. Then you go back up to the transcription services. They have Deepgram and Assembly AI available. And if you go to their help doc here, setup, and the left side it says setup workspace, it will give you a quick comparison on which one you should choose. So right here, there's the Deepgram and Assembly AI, and the price comparison is right here. Assembly AI is a little bit cheaper. I think Deepgram is for more like live transcription, live transcribing apps that use that. So after you get down here and choose Assembly AI, go to your Assembly AI dashboard, and you can click on the left side API keys. Go ahead and copy your API key and enter it into the RingTonic. And then you can toggle on or off automatic transcribe call recordings. Again, this is going to charge you. Assembly AI is going to charge you for this, so you can turn it on and off as you wish. Enable speaker diarization and language detection. Then there's sentiment analysis. This is through Google, so this is the Google Cloud platform. What you'll have to do is go ahead and go to your Google Cloud console if you have one, and you'll need to set up a new project. Okay, so if you don't have one, you click up here and then click new project. You also need to enable billing, so make sure you have billing info. Once you have your new project set up, I named mine RingTonic Sentiment Analysis, and you'll go to APIs and services. What you'll want to do is enable APIs and services, and you'll search for Cloud Natural Language API. Click that, and right here where it says manage, if you haven't enabled it, you'll click enable. And what you'll do is go down here to select your pricing, the pricing you want to choose. I'll click sentiment analysis operation. All right. Then you'll go back to your project, go back to the dashboard here. Then we'll click APIs and services. Click credentials. And this is what we're going to do here is create an API key that you can use within RingTonic. So click create credentials API key. And here's your API. You can copy that. Now, what is recommended is to restrict your key. That way it's not used for other services, Google Maps and BigQuery and all the other stuff. So you can click edit API key. You can rename it. And then you'll go down here to restrict. And then you can select which service you want to restrict it to, which is Cloud Natural Language API. Now, if you haven't enabled the Cloud Natural Language API service yet, this won't appear here. So you have to make sure that that's enabled before you're able to restrict. Click OK and click Save. So now your API key is restricted to that service only, and it can't be used willy-nilly somewhere else for another service. Okay, so then we'll go back to RingTonic and we will enter the API key. And click, if you want, you can have automatic analyze sentiment from transcription. We'll update the workspace with that. And then we'll move on to AI automation. Configure OpenAI to enable keyword spotting, lead qualification, and deal value estimation. So this is where it's going to use OpenAI to analyze your transcript. So let's open the OpenAI platform and we'll create a new secret key. We'll name this one, let's call it RingTonic Call Analysis. Create secret key. Now we can click copy our key, come back here and paste it. Automatically analyze keywords and qualify leads. So custom qualification criteria, this is optional. A lead is qualified if the customer requests a quote or pricing information. You can go ahead and just update this to whatever you want. And they have a confidence threshold, though. How confident is that this is a qualified lead? You can increase or decrease it. You probably have to adjust this as you get some calls coming in and it analyzes them. And you can actually automatically estimate deal value. We'll just turn that on to see how it goes. And if we don't like it, we can always turn it off. Update workspace. Now we'll click analytics. Configure analytics thresholds, alerting settings for your workspace. So this is the missed call alert threshold. This will show a warning icon in analytics when a tracking number's missed call rate exceeds this %. Okay, so if they're missing too many calls, we want to know about it and ask them, why are you missing so many calls? And then we can fix that. Update works. Okay, now that we have that all done, we'll go back to the dashboard. So inside of the help docs and setup, it shows you some examples of what some qualified lead instructions might be. So for a high-end law firm, it says a lead is qualified if case value exceeds $50,000, client has immediate legal needs, Decision maker is on the call, and the case type matches our practice areas, corporate real estate, etc. So you can go ahead and enter that yourself. All right, so now that we're on the dashboard, we need to get some phone numbers connected in here. Click phone numbers, and we import a phone number. If you don't have any phone numbers in your Twilio account yet, then you have to go ahead and purchase one. So I'll go back here. I'll go to phone numbers, manage, buy a number. Yep, we want it for the United States. I want it for voice, SMS, MMS, and fax. I don't need fax, but we'll just leave it on. Then, so we'll search by location, and I'll enter a zip code. I'll enter an area code so that matches the location that I like. All right, then we can go ahead and choose a number. All right, I found one that I like, so we'll choose this one for $1.15. You should notice that it does say that A2P 10 DLC registration required to send and receive text messages and to send and receive multimedia messages. So keep that in mind. All right, it says you have purchased the number. Now we can go ahead and import it into RingTonic. So let's refresh RingTonic, and now we have our phone number listed here. So click check and then import. It says numbers will be added to your inventory. Your existing Twilio webhook settings will remain unchanged. Calls will continue working as before until you assign to a campaign. Import numbers. So now we have a phone number inside of our RingTonic dashboard. It's important to note that when you import a number, RingTonic will update its voice URL to a parking webhook. So it's parked. The number will stop receiving calls through its previous configuration until you assign it to a campaign. So make sure you need it working ASAP, that the campaign is ready to rock and roll. Now that we have a phone number inside of RingTonic, we have to go ahead and assign it to a campaign, right? So let's go ahead and find out what campaigns are. RingTonic offers two types of campaigns to suit different marketing needs. There's the dynamic number insertion, right, which automatically swaps phone numbers out on your website based on the visitor source. So are they coming from Google Maps? Are they coming from a Facebook ad? Where are they coming from? And then there's the static one. This is ideal for offline marketing like billboards, maybe a business card, something like that. So after you have your phone numbers imported from Twilio, what you'll need to do is create a campaign so you can assign your phone number to that campaign. So we go over to create campaign, and I'm going to use this on my website, and I'm just going to call this electric. So this is my campaign name. Then I'm going to enter where it will forward phone number to. So where do I want to answer the calls? Do I want to answer the calls at? Then the swap target. So the swap target, this is the phone number that is going to be replaced that's on your website. So whatever phone number is currently on your website that you want to be switched out, this is what you put here. So remember, this is a dynamic number insertion campaign. So it's going to switch it out. I have a sample website set up, so it's a silly number. As you can see here, I have 555, 555, 5555. So here's the number of pool configurations. Configure the tracking number pool for your campaign. It says 4 numbers per 100 daily visitors recommended. So we'll just leave it as the default and sample. What you can do is have an advanced configuration. It says you can use the CSS selector, and if you want the script to only swap out numbers in specific elements on your website, I'm going to go ahead and skip that. Security, you can go ahead and add security if you only want it used on a specific domain. That way it's not going all over the place if your script gets lost. Call features. Do we have call recording? So we definitely want call recording. Then you can have your, this call will be recorded for quality assurance. You know, you got to check the laws in your area to see if that's required or not. You can play a whisper message if you like, and you can have the spam filter, which requires callers to press 1 to connect or block robocalls and automated callers. Let's turn that on. Prompt message, press 1 to connect with an agent. So that's the default. Click create campaign. This must be a valid phone number. So 231 555 555. See if that works. Okay. Oh, we have to change the area code down here. 31. Create campaign. Okay. Now we have our campaign created. We have the bright light electric campaign. We have where the phone call is going to go to and the phone number that it's going to replace. Okay. It tells you your number pool stats right here and the installation instructions. Paste this code right before the closing body tag on every page of your website. So you could use something like Google Tag Manager or a WordPress plugin or something like that. So I'll go ahead and get this added to my site. Now I have to update the phone number on my website to make sure that it will be replaced. So this is the one that I selected, and let's see if it's working. Yep, 231's up there now. That's the header template. And then we'll also update the footer phone number to say 231, and we'll save that and make sure that is displaying correctly on the front, and it says 231. Good. Okay. So then we have to add this script to our website. It says paste this code right before the closing body. Let's go ahead and add that to our website code right here. I added it right before the closing body. Paste it in, click Save Setting. All right, now that's good to go. Let's go ahead and check it out. Now that we have the script installed, let's go ahead and see if it's working. So I'll choose an incognito window, and as you see, the phone number updated, right? Let's see if it changed in our footer as well, and it changed in the footer. I'm gonna go ahead and try calling this number and see what happens.
This call will be recorded. Quality is press 1 to connect an agent.
Hello, this is Thomas. I'm just calling to see how RingTonic works. This costs less than $200 per month. I'll take a look at it. Email me at thomas@pool.org. Bye. So I used my same phone to call that phone number and it worked. So if you click on call activity under analytics, you can see the total number of calls, the calls answered, missed calls, and the average duration of your calls. And then up here you can filter by date, campaign, source. And if you scroll down here, you'll get a table that allows you to click on the call itself. It tells us the call details and a little bit of the analytics. They're qualified and the deal value is 200, as you heard me say on the call, and there's an 85% confidence. Reasoning: caller requested pricing threshold, $200 a month, and gave contact info indicating clear buying interest. So that's pretty good. Now let's check if the recording works. Let's see, here it is. Let's click play. This is Thomas. I'm just calling to see how RingTonic works. If this costs less than $200 per month. All right, so the recording is working well. And as you can see here, the transcription is done by assembly language. So it tells your language, the confidence level, the sentiment. I was not very excited. This is the agent. I wasn't the agent, I was the customer. But I used my own phone to call myself, so maybe that's why. And then it has your word cloud here, keywords. And yep, every time you click on one of these, it starts the recording again. And then it has your auto qualification tags, product inquiry. That's a quick overview of how RingTonic works right now. It's a tool that just launched, so you can go ahead and export yourself. If you like this content, go ahead and click subscribe. Thanks for watching.